welcome to the Dinah E. Gore Teaching and Research Kitchens and Homegrown in the Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a takeoff on vo luk lak, which is a Vietnamese dish, and its English name is shaking beef, and it gets its name because you shake the pan quite frequently while making the dish. It's known for its notes of lime and vinegar, and it's really delicious. But we are trying to make one that's a little healthier, that is made with portobello mushrooms. So shaking portobello is what we're making today. So let's start by learning a little bit more about the portobello mushroom. The portobello mushroom, like I said, is a large mushroom that has very dark gills on the inside. So the first thing we want to do is remove those gills, because if we don't, it's very edible, it's not going to hurt you, but it makes the dish very dark and black and not really appetizing. I just usually use a spoon to take the gills out, and they come right out. You just scrape it right out, and you just keep going till you have all the gills removed. So what I want to do now is chop these into pretty inch square, not an exact chop or dice. Just sort of chunk it up. These are going to be, sort of bite-sized pieces. And what I'm adding it to, I'm putting it in this bowl that has a shallot that's been very thinly sliced and ringed. So I've pulled apart all of the rings. We want to have the rings separated. So just one shallot. And you want to use, for each person, you want to use either one large portobello cap or two small. So right here I have a large portobello cap, so that would be enough for one person. We're going to go ahead and put that in this bowl. And then these other two that I have were pretty small, so I just went ahead and used two for that person. Again, we're just trying to get these in some bite-sized pieces, not an exact dice. And I think you'll find this is a great substitute to using beef in the dish. So what we want to do is we want to marinate these mushrooms. So we've got about a tablespoon of soy sauce and about a teaspoon or two of sugar. And I know that we talk about not using a lot of sugar. It's very low sugar, but still we want to use a little bit of that. It really adds to the dish, and it's pretty traditional in making this dish. Some black pepper, a fair amount, probably about half a teaspoon. You could add more if you like a little bit more. And then just about a tablespoon of oil. You don't have to be really careful in measuring this, because we're going to marinate this for about 10 minutes, and you're going to see that it's going to make a lot of this is going to come out, and we're not going to cook all of that. We're going to use this marinade to just flavor it. And so you want to marinate this for at least 10 minutes, longer if you want, 10 or 15 minutes. And you see how it's kind of dry right now? It will not be in 10 minutes. These mushrooms will start releasing moisture and marrying all those flavors together. Well, that's marinating. Let's go ahead and make the dressing for our salad that's going to be the base for our shaking portobello. So I like using a jar to make the vinaigrette, so we don't have to worry about whisking in the oil and getting an emulsion. So I have some rice wine vinegar here, about a teaspoon of sugar, again some soy sauce, more black pepper, and a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. You absolutely could use canola oil, you could use grapeseed oil. Olive oil works just fine. We're going to give this a good shake. That's just to let the sugar dissolve. Traditionally, this dish is served on watercress. Watercress is a wonderful green, but it's really hard to find, and it's difficult to clean. So today we're using, we're doing a riff on this dish, of course, and we're using arugula. So I'm going to add this vinaigrette that we just made to the arugula, and I'm just going to toss that around. And when we plate this, we're going to plate this with the greens and some additional vegetables. We're going to add cherry tomatoes, which is not traditional to this dish, but it does add color, and it adds a little bit more vegetables that we know are so important in our diet. So we have our portobello and our shallots that have been marinating for about 10 minutes, and you can see how they've really released some of their liquid. We don't want to put that liquid in the pan, because what we want to do is we want to sear this We don't want to steam this. So I've got a really, really hot pan here. I'm going to add just a touch of oil, probably about a teaspoon of oil. And then I'm going to put in the portobello, and you can hear that sizzling. And I'm going to try my best not to get the marinade liquid in there so that we're not steaming this. And I want to start shaking our pan since it's called shaking portobello, but I want to leave it for just a minute, push these over on the edge so that some of those portobellos start to release some of their liquid and some of that sort of evaporates off so that we can get that seared. So as soon as we think it's getting a little brown on the bottom, we're going to start moving that around, and that's looking really good. The nice thing about a stir-fry pan or a wok is you can move your food to the sides like this and have the juices run down in the middle and evaporate. So that's when you can see when you have, you know, a pan here that's not got any really liquid in it right there. You can see you're really getting almost to the end of getting that to evaporate, and you'll start to get really that good sear. So this is about where we want it. You see that there's that caramelization on the portobello. The shallots are nice and broken down. Now we're ready to plate this on top of our dressed greens with some cherry tomatoes and, of course, the lime on the side that we want to squeeze on top right before we eat it.